Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Oh my goodness, you guys, comment down below if you feel like your feelings, emotions have cooled, like things have landed and soothed and grounded and became much mellower than the last, say, 48 hours. I feel like the build up energetically to some of these full moons before we begin that release becomes so many things get activated, right? Like our psyche, our ego, all of these things start this tumult, and you're like, your intuition is like, I really need to let go of this. This is excessive. Please do not do this. Do not buy another tarot deck, lady. Don't do it. And then all the other parts of you are like, gimme, gimme, gimme. It was a tangled weave of immediate gratification versus prolonged productivity and gratification, long-term gains. And when those things struggle with one another, you have all kinds of crazy things that go on in your head, like buyer's remorse and oh my goodness. And then even if you're quite, choosy in things you buy, you feel like an absolute hoarder when you buy one thing and you're like, you don't need that. It has been an insane tumult in my brain, and today I just feel like I washed up on like a cool Tahitian shore and I'm just laying in a hammock. I feel so much calmer. In fact, I taped a video for y'all last night and I decided, you know what, my energy is much calmer and I feel much more oxygen and time and clearance. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to retape because I feel like these cards really suit what is going on now, right after, the kind of closing of this full moon energy where we're more relaxed and we feel good about what's going on and the direction we're heading, because we are recognizing, you know what, I think I might delay a little of that gratification or earn it. Like today I have a fun little list of things that I want to pack away, some I want to donate, sell, things of that nature, and to just get organized in mind, body, spirit, and home, that kind of energy. So this is something that's very important as well. And I did have to really bring this into play the day before yesterday. Like on Sunday, I was making, we were going to the zoo, all these plans. I felt like there was a side of me that really could have erupted and spoiled the day for myself. I could have overthought things. I could have brought in anxiety by trying to overplan. And I said, hey, you recognize this behavior and it doesn't help you. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, and let other people do them and you do you. It's not about control. It's not about time. This is a fun, beautiful day in the sun, and let's go do this. So practicing self-soothing, and I'm also going to pull a tarot card with this too. You have the power to comfort yourself when you are upset. Place your hand gently over your heart and send yourself unconditional love to ease tension and frustration. Case in point, my offspring was utterly genius with this. They saw that both of us were like shoving things in our bags, getting ready to race out the door, and Joni was just like, Mom, just come outside for a second and breathe with me. And I actually even said, no, I'm okay. And I was like, dude, what? Like, when are you going to give up the time to sit and do a little fun meditation and relax with your awesome offspring? And it was fantastic because I actually caught myself in that moment. I was like, yo, that's exactly what you need. And isn't it funny when sometimes something we really need to pause, we just go faster, you know what I mean? Or when we need to make a decision, we just totally freeze. This is when we have to practice this self-soothing. And just doing this breathing in and saying, and breathing in and being outside, all of a sudden that clearance occurred. And that's what's going to be happening for you in a really beautiful way. And that's this kind of moment. Vitality and joy returns. We have this clearance because we recognize we are the ones that can avail the calm to ourselves when we pause in that moment and say, that's the self-awareness. What is going on? Oftentimes we're triggered by people, places, and things. We have to send an email to somebody. Remember, we don't have the greatest rapport with that person. They're not receptive. They're, short-tempered, whatever. It can trigger a response in us. That's when we really need to do this for ourselves and bring this in and be like, this is only a moment in time. This person doesn't live with me. This person doesn't run my day. This person isn't part of my whatever. You know, they weren't in my wedding party. They're not invited to dinner tonight. I can be calm and realize that vitality and joy is always within me by assessing how I feel and taking care of business when stuff gets shaky. Because it does. We get ourselves revved up. You know, it's like, whoa. We're idling a little too high and hot. And if we are alone, and sometimes we don't have our little relative geniuses that are recognizing what's going on, we will do this for ourselves. And most of the time when this does happen to me, it is due to the fact that I want everybody safe and comfortable. And if I recognize that any of my offspring, son, you know, my son included, if they feel uncomfortable, I get uncomfortable because I'm very empathic. But that's when we have to rescue ourselves. And this comes down to this as well. Release your critical voices within. They will constantly be clucking and chirping and quacking and meowing and barking at us. Our ego's always like, oh, you going out of the house looking like that? You ever catch a gander of yourself like you're at an event, a mall or something, and you just kind of like, you were winging it when you walked out the door, you threw on whatever, and you know, you're like, I'm not going to see anybody I know, I'm looking fine. You see yourself in the mirror and you're like, what in my giddy aunt's hellish closet did I grab and put on? And I'll laugh because I'm not someone who takes myself seriously in how I look. But I'll tell you what, I do have this critical voice is like, what if you run into like someone from school and, you know, they put you on blast like, oh man, if you saw like Helena Melanie Bonham Carter out at the mall. You know what I mean? You just get that. You got to let it go. So when that critical inner voice says, I'm not enough or I'm too sensitive, immediately counter with, this is not true. Focus on loving thoughts instead. You know, I'm oddly sensitive within my family and to people that I'm related to and I love. Like if they feel like whatever, I haven't messaged them enough or whatever, things of that nature. Strangers, not so much. I thought yesterday was so funny. Every once in a while I want to go in the dollar store and buy a bunch of those fluffy little Lays. I just love them. I love them laying around the house. I love them everywhere. They make me so happy. I put them in colorful beach buckets and I just like to look at them. I'm like a kid. I get stoked. I put them in my car. And I had no lie, I was grabbing everything. I'm like, I need chapstick, I need this, like just grabbing all kinds of weird stuff because I'm never in a dollar store and I can't believe all this crap only costs $1. So I start, the inner hoarder of me is like, dollar, get it, everything, gum, bubbles, whatever, filling my buckets, getting happy. And this lady behind me, dressed just so beautifully and so fun and summery, and they have one item and my inner self is going, this lady is thinking this bitch in front of me has 50 things and I have one thing, because I do that. Like I get all whacked out about something, and I'm like, she's thinking that I should let her go in front of me, which I always do anyway, but I'm like trying to organize, and you know, she's still looking down aisle. So I said, oh, you only have one thing, go in front of me. But isn't it odd how we will attack ourselves and think that it's more important what we think others are thinking of us than when we think of ourselves? And I'm like, I'm getting to it, calm down. But we really do have to relinquish that, focus on loving thoughts instead. Like I deserve this. I have to do this for myself as well. Like a lot of times, you know, you do want to put family, friends and people first, but you're like, I need this walk, I need this moment, I need this time to just replenish. That's all it is. And it's so unbelievable how our ego and other aspects of ourself will attack ourselves and think that we need to be more for some reason. This happens right around now, you guys. We go out, we have less clothes. We're like, oh really, you're going out with those tree climbers, nice toenails, nice hairy legs. It's like we want to be thin and sleek and look, you know, and look nice, and it is hard to shed those, you know, piles of clothes into nothing in bathing suits. That is a very hard time for a lot of people, that adjustment. And as I get older, I'm much more accepting of everything. And I love empowered people that are like, I'm bikining up. I don't care what I look like. I want to be comfortable. I want to be fun. I love, you know, just self-love and loving your body. Body is just a vessel that's carrying us, and we should look after as much as possible due to the fact it carries our organs and our heart and things that do need, if we want to prolong life, healthier stuff. And oh my God, And that's something as well where, I want to release my critical voice, because I do like my snacks and I do like treats and things like that. And, we can counterbalance that with good exercise and walking and things of that nature. So this, I feel, goes beautifully with it as well. The Six of Crystals, synergy and gratitude. We can counterbalance any grouchy or unbalanced notion of ourselves with gratitude. Thank you for this health. Thank you for the fact that I have 2 legs to stand up and walk somewhere. Thank you for this roof over my head. Thank you for my fun, crazy cats and animals and my groundhog babies that greet me in the morning when I bring them food, and everybody looks so cute and they look happy to see me. Like, I love that. I love that. I love that. And that brought me into the energy of today, why I wanted to recreate this read for you, because I thought my energy is a lot fresher and it feels balanced and rested and really good. And that's the synergy of gratitude, because I feel so much gratitude for you guys. Thank you so much for your beautiful messages. Every time I read, even if I have one comment, it makes my day, because I get what it's like to hear something that resonates with me, and then I get excited about it. A person, their voice, their energy can alter my mood. Moods are contagious. Voices are contagious. They're infused with energy. So I always want to listen to, people that are upbeat. I don't need somebody to bring me fearful notions for no reason. So that's one of the reasons I created this channel and this new way of doing things over here, just like the Daily Pop of Positivity. We can start our day with, yeah, you know what, I can do this and I do deserve this. And I will look out for the right kind of synergy, vitality, notions, ideas to counterbalance, hostile things that can come in during the day. My mailman told me he saw a crazy woman chasing a lady down the road the other day because she didn't like the way she was driving, and he had to intercede and say, as a public servant, you're dangerous, and if you do anything and go after this woman, I have all your information. And I loved that. But this kind of stuff does happen, and I do find I try not to go in my car that often due to the fact that I'd rather walk, I'd rather bike, I'd rather just be out in the fresh air and not have any kind of altercations, and have this beautiful synergy, vitality, and joy, because May and June, are they not the most awesome months for this? Fresh breezes, everything blooming, everything gorgeous. Now is the time that we can go out and reach, into the beauty of nature and ourselves too, and forgive ourselves. So honestly, you guys, let go of that. Practice self-soothing. I do this in my car. I put my hand over my heart and I go, I am safe, all is well. Archangel Michael, whomever, whatever, please help protect me and keep me calm and safe. Things of this nature. Really release that critical voice, because it doesn't damage anybody else but ourselves. And it can make us question a good thing for no reason. It is the ultimate punch in that gift horse in the mouth when we listen to our ego, because it's saying, this isn't good enough, or you're not good enough, and it's a bunch of BS, because we're all fine just as we are. We're all trying to search, grow, and expand, and we're going to get there. And we're going to take small steps in some of these growth sets, but everything should be that abundance mindset. Like anything that I want, there is infinite love, there is infinite prosperity and money, there is infinite land and space and time to operate in, and feel that. Really breathe it in deeply and know that everything really is going to be okay. Things heal and fix themselves all the time. Look at our bodies. They're utterly amazing, right? People get over perceived slights, because most of the time people aren't intentionally trying to hurt one another. We will always grow, learn, and heal, and that's something that's pretty darn wonderful, I feel. So that is you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for liking and commenting. You guys are the absolute best. Let me know what you think of this format. I like it. I just thought a little daily kind of notion would be a good, fun, upbeat way to tap in as well. And my vibration goes up immediately. As soon as I start channeling and dealing with cards, I feel great as well. So love and light to you guys. If you need a private read, all my information is right on the thumbnail. Blessed, blessed, blessed times coming. Everything I feel like is aligning for us. We are really understanding that the attitude of gratitude is going to bring us what we need in a calm, collective way. No sense for urgency, no sense for fear, that everything really is okay. So love and light.